All right, hi class. So today we're pretending that we have just finished reading Hamlet. So you all have read Hamlet and you are feeling confident in your knowledge of Hamlet. We are doing a Socratic seminar on Monday. And so today we are going to work with a supplemental text. And that supplemental text is called The World of Hamlet by Maynard Mack. Has anyone read it before? Okay. So around the room, I have excerpts from the Maynard Mack article, and you are going to get a chance to work with your peers to help you analyze this pretty complicated supplemental text, which is the required article for our Socratic seminar. Okay, so this is kind of the first intro into helping you perform on that Socratic seminar. So our lesson question, just a side note, this is how my school requires that we show our learning targets. So you can steal it from me or not. Our lesson question is, how does a supplemental text add meaning to a book or play? How can another author's perspective open readers' minds to different interpretations? Our learning objective is, today I will learn how analyzing a supplemental text can add meaning to another text. And I will know I have learned this when I can analyze excerpts from the World of Hamlet article and explain its significance to the work as a whole. Does anyone have any questions about what we are doing today? Right. So today we are working with analyze. I want you to turn and talk with your neighbor briefly about how you analyze literature. Is it different than how you analyze something in science? Is it different than how you analyze something in history? Turn and brainstorm for a minute or so, and then we'll share out. You may need to turn and get creative there.
History is just history. People discussing that literature is typically trying to sell an idea.
Yeah, I think that a lot of literature has multiple interpretations. I think that's true of history too.
It can be interpreted in different ways, but history itself is something that people are commentators on.
Right.
Because literature is someone's project, and they have a purpose to it.
So literature is more open to interpretation.
Or it's more purposeful in its message.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Do you ever do you guys see
But then once literature becomes a piece of history, it is then something that is just surrounded by commentators.
Right.
Which Hamlet, I think, is a fixture
Yeah,
of history.
Hamlet, yeah. I think Shakespeare and history are blended at this moment. Shakespeare informs our study of that moment in history. And our study of that.
Okay guys, about 10 seconds to finish up.
That's usually my start.
Then I want to hear from at least 2 people, so be prepared to share. All right, do I have any volunteers before I pick on? How do we analyze literature? Surprise, surprise. Yes, take it.
I analyze literature by trying to find key ideas and then connecting them with a through line. And
Okay.
I think I do that regardless of whether it's literature or not. Any sort of text.
Okay, excellent. One more. Yeah.
I didn't share this with my group, but to me, I know that analyzing is methodical by definition, but to me, analyzing is like the creativity behind seeing maybe the implicit points to a text, or like the magic that's in a text that isn't revealed.
Excellent. Excellent, great. All right, so here's what I mean for today's activity on analyzing literature. So we know, and we've talked about this in here before, analysis is to break elements into smaller parts to better understand the whole. I think we did that with Ashley's lesson, right? Kind of that analysis. But literary analysis focuses on how plot, structure, character, setting, and many other techniques are used by the author to create meaning. So what both of you said, how does this add significance to the work as a whole? So that's what we are going to be working on today. So a complete literary analysis always has to discuss the significance. So that's what I'm pushing you towards today. At the end of this unit, you're writing a literary critical analysis essay about Hamlet. So thankfully you don't actually have to. Okay, here are techniques that we are going to be using as you walk around to these excerpts. So I want you to read these excerpts and you're going to do these things. You're going to question the elements that you are unsure of. You are going to comment on aspects that you find interesting. You are going to respond to ideas if that's something that you're feeling pulled to do. You can focus on specific sections of the excerpt. And then lastly, with a partner, you're going to draw a conclusion about that significance. Are there questions about how? Yes?
Can we write on the...
Yes, that's why you have sticky notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to explain that really quick here. Oh, that is so... All right, so here's the deal. I've already told you there's excerpts around the room. I want you to hit maybe, this might be 1 to 2 passages, okay? Around the room. You have your sticky notes to write a question or a comment, whatever you feel after you read the excerpt. And then post them on the poster, okay? So let's start with that. You can move to whatever one is not crowded, okay?
Can you go back?
Yes, of course.
Points. Thank you.
Yeah.
Could you just like underline, like on your...
This one's not bad.
You can write on the excerpt or just on your sticky note to comment or question whatever you think. When you're ready to move on from one, you can just rotate on your own. I'm not going to be bugging you. I know that you guys actually maybe haven't read Hamlet in a while, so it's okay if most of it is questions. Or ever. Or if you can even try and summarize what the passage is saying, totally fine. like you to finish up your last comment on this poster. I'll give you about 1 minute to do that. And then I'm going to have you go to a poster that you feel like you understood well. And you're going to work with a partner to try and summarize that excerpt. Alright guys, please choose a poster. You should have about one other person, I think, at your poster. So first come, first serve. If you don't have to be alone. Yeah, you can. Alright guys, I want you to read through the sticky notes on the poster that you have. And I want you to try and come up with either common themes or common questions that other people are having, and if we had more time, we would summarize each excerpt and you would share your findings. But for now, I just want to try and synthesize the info a little. So work with your group to try and figure out if everyone's having an issue with one thing. Yeah.
It sounds to me like the poison and the infection in Denmark. What Claudius, how he poisoned Hamlet is kind of parallel to maybe these other poisons or these other illnesses.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the great.
It says that it spreads out, so there is rotten in all of Denmark.
Right.
I found the line, but it's something rotten.
Right.
Or something like that.
That's what I mean.
But my question was then, like, is Claudius to blame for all of that? Is that what the passage was?
Yeah.
I mean, I understood it, but I just didn't know if that's what.
But he's thinking about his problems. He's not just being. It's not just reacting. It's not just base emotion. So even though it shows
Yes, of all
yeah. Or does it go from analysis to psychosis and back? Because he chooses at some point he says, we'll see the purpose of the play. He says, now I know. Now I have evidence. Now I know what's there. You must die.
I'm trying to read it.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I read that one, and then I came here. So I'm listening and reading. I mean, I guess this first line is really which is interesting because there's this like really distinct dichotomy that's set up. And this poison versus disease, these two very similar things that but that are also distinct, and that passage there